Cowboys Nation, buckle up because we've got a massive update that's sending shockwaves through the NFL and especially around the Star in Frisco. The Dallas Cowboys have made a huge move, and when I say huge, I mean it quite literally. The team has just added a 6'6", 320-pound monster of a man to their offensive line. Yes, I'm talking about none other than Tevin Jenkins. This addition could be a game changer for Dak Prescott and the entire Cowboys offense as they gear up for what could be a defining season. Now let's break this down because this is not just your average signing, and the impact of a player like Jenkins goes way beyond just a name on a depth chart. First off, let's talk about the sheer physical presence that Jenkins brings to the Cowboys' offensive front. At 6 feet 6 inches and well over 300 pounds, he's got the size, the raw strength, and the gritty mentality to make defensive linemen think twice before lining up across from him. He's known around the league for his toughness, his ability to finish plays with aggression, and his surprisingly quick feet for someone his size. That combination of power and athleticism is rare, and when you add that into an offensive line room that already has solid talent and young potential, things get really exciting. For years now, fans and analysts alike have said that if you give Dak Prescott time, he can absolutely carve up defenses, and that's true. Dak has shown when he has a clean pocket, his decision-making, accuracy, and play-action execution all improve significantly. So bringing in a guy like Tevin Jenkins isn't just about plugging a gap on the line. It's about transforming the identity of this offense. It's about turning that line into a brick wall, a fortress that keeps Prescott upright, allows plays to develop, and gives this offense a chance to finally find consistency in the trenches. And let's not forget, this signing comes at a critical moment. The Cowboys are heading into the season with high expectations, but also a lot of pressure. Questions have been swirling around whether they can protect Dak, whether the O-line can stay healthy, whether the run game will return to dominance, and whether the offense can stop stalling out in key situations. Adding Jenkins might not answer all those questions overnight, but it sure sends a message. The Cowboys are serious about beefing up their protection, and they're not just hoping things will magically click. They're making real moves to fix real problems. And let's talk about versatility, because that's a big part of why this move is so smart. Tevin Jenkins isn't locked into just one position. He's shown he can play guard, he can slide out to tackle if needed, and that kind of flexibility is invaluable in today's NFL. Injuries happen, rotations change, matchups vary from week to week. Having a guy like Jenkins who can adapt, who can fill in wherever he's needed, who brings the same nasty, punishing style no matter where you line him up, that's a huge asset. He gives the Cowboys depth, options, and most importantly, confidence. Confidence that if a starter goes down, the protection won't fall apart. Confidence that Dak will still have time to make reads. Confidence that the run game can keep churning even when the going gets tough. And think about what this means in terms of leadership and tone setting. Every offensive line needs that enforcer, that tone setter, that dude who brings the energy, the fire, the don't mess with us mentality that fires up the rest of the unit. Jenkins has that. He plays with a chip on his shoulder, like every play is personal. That kind of edge is contagious, and when you combine that with the skill and size he brings, you're talking about a player who doesn't just fill a role. He elevates the whole group. You can already imagine it in training camp. The pads are popping, the trenches are getting heated, and Jenkins is right in the middle of it, pushing his teammates, setting the tempo, raising the standard. That's the kind of energy this team needs, especially after the disappointment of last season and all the questions this offseason. And what about the rest of the offense? You think CeeDee Lamb's not happy about this? You think Brandon Cooks isn't smiling ear to ear? You think Tony Pollard or whoever's getting those carries in the backfield isn't pumped about bigger lanes and better blocking? This move doesn't just help Dak, it helps everyone. The receivers get more time to finish their routes. The backs get more opportunities to break into the second level. The tight ends can focus more on receiving instead of chipping edge rushers every snap. It's a ripple effect, and it starts with one very large stone, Tevin Jenkins. Now, let's not get too ahead of ourselves. Jenkins isn't Superman. He's had some injury issues in the past, and he'll need to stay healthy and in sync with the rest of the line to reach his full impact. But when you look at his tape, when you see how he moves defenders off the ball, how he holds up in pass protection, how he finishes blocks like he's trying to make a statement, it's hard not to get excited. And if you've watched this Cowboys team the last few years, you know just how important the offensive line is to their identity. When the line dominates, the Cowboys dominate. It's that simple. And it's not like this move came out of nowhere. Cowboys fans have been begging the front office to make a serious investment in the offensive line to stop relying on past glory and start building for the future. And now, with Jenkins in the fold, you can feel that shift. This isn't just about getting back to where the team used to be. This is about building something new, something tougher, something meaner in the trenches, something built to last, something built to win in January. And if you're an NFC East rival, this move has to make you a little nervous. The Eagles, the Commanders, the Giants, they all have aggressive defensive fronts. They all try to rattle quarterbacks to collapse the pocket and throw off the rhythm, but adding Jenkins makes that mission a lot tougher. Like, he's not easily bull rushed. He doesn't back down. And if he's healthy and playing at his best, he's the kind of guy who wins one-on-one battles consistently and gives you the upper hand in physical matchups. And let's talk about Dak specifically, because at the end of the day, everything on this offense revolves around the quarterback. He's had ups and downs, sure, but like when you give him time, when you protect him, he's a different player. He's calm, he's composed, and he can get through his reads and deliver strikes down the field. If Jenkins helps give Dak just an extra second or two per play, that could be the difference between a 3-and-out and a touchdown drive. That could be the difference between another frustrating loss and a statement win. And in a division as competitive as the NFC East, those little margins are everything. They add up over a season. They define playoff seeding, they define careers, they define legacies, and let's not ignore the symbolism here either. Adding a guy like Jenkins shows that the Cowboys are ready to get back to physical football, back to smash mouth, grind it out, impose your will type of football, and honestly, that's been missing a bit. We've seen flashes, but now the front office is making it clear. They want to bully people at the line of scrimmage. They want to win in the trenches. They want to dominate the line of scrimmage and impose their will for 4 straight quarters. That's what wins games in December. That's what wins playoff matchups on the road. That's what takes a talented team and turns it into a dangerous one, a scary one nobody wants to see in the postseason. So, Cowboys Nation, the stage is set. Tevin Jenkins is here. The offensive line just got a serious upgrade. The message is clear. No more excuses, no more missed assignments, no more broken pockets. This team is serious about winning now, and Jenkins might just be the secret weapon that helps unlock the full potential of this offense. I want to hear from you guys. What do you think about this move? Does Jenkins have the impact we all hope for? Yarkael, will he finally give Dak the time he needs to light it up this season? Or are there still concerns you have heading into camp? Drop your thoughts in the comments, because this is your team, your voice matters, and this season's going to be one wild ride. If you're as hyped as I am, smash that like button, hit subscribe, and turn on that notification bell so you don't miss a single update as we count down to week 1. Trust me, you're going to want to be here for this. Let's go, Cowboys.